Things That Go, a Family Involvement Web Example by Hilary Vonderheide Stubblefield. First, we'll go over the who that pertains to Things That Go as a theme. It's great for all age groups. It can be simplified minimally, just labeling things such as cars and trains, even wheels. You can bring in other things and make it very in-depth. As the children age, they can learn about where certain vehicles use and go on tracks for trains, in the sky for airplanes, etc. My specific class is for 2 and 3-year-olds, but it is relevant to all students because they use some form of transportation, even if it is their feet or a bicycle per se. So it is a universal theme for everyone. So what is Things That Go? In general, it's a limitless theme. You can build on it, like I mentioned. You can focus on one area, simply cars. You can go to trains, airplanes, boats. You can do hot air balloons. You can do submarines. You can choose the way you want it to flow in your own classroom. It is great to build on other themes. When I'm in a classroom, I like my themes to connect in some way to the following theme. So, for instance, if I'm doing a transportation theme, I could easily connect it to my next theme of construction and add in construction vehicles such as diggers, dump trucks, etc. Other examples are all aboard. You can do the letter train, the number train if you want to focus on one of those areas. Anything with water, up and away. You can do Things in the Sky. You can do community helpers, which is one of my transition ones, because you can focus on ambulances, police cars, and fire trucks. Signs is one I did with an older group where we talked about what signs mean and what signs we see. So just easy to connect. We can go from street signs to store signs. When this theme is nice because I use it as a filler theme. I'm very particular about when I'm teaching things. I don't want to learn about winter clothes in June. That doesn't make sense to me as a teacher, even though I've seen it that way in curriculum. So for me, I like it to make sense. Transportation is one that is good any time of year. Where do we see it? Where can we use it? It's everywhere. Transportation is universal. It is at home. They can talk about it. They can extend it at home. They drive in a car. They see a car. They don't have to have a car to see a car. It can very much be manipulated to work for each individual in your class. In a classroom setting, it's easy to change the class environment. These are common things to have. I keep a transportation theme bucket that I like to rotate in and out so it's fresh. On-site and off-site field trip options. I've had little ones where we only could take walking field trips that were right there because we didn't have a bus and we didn't have access, but I wanted them to do things. So we often got people to come to our site to make an experience for the children. But off-site, as you got older children, you could take them to a car wash. You could have a parent there with a car ready to wash. You could take them to a car lot. There's lots of things. It's really just thinking outside the box. So why is this a relevant theme? It's easy to include the parents in the planning. It's a universal concept, but for me, you have numerous ways to learn through transportation. You can create games that connect other themes such as letters, numbers, shapes. You can do Will It Roll and do shape wheels and talk about why and what happens if a wheel isn't round. Also, I always try to find some kind of diversity that can be connected to any theme. Sometimes it's hard. This one, my experience is my father was in a wheelchair all of my life. So I always connect that, like it's a way to get around. That's how they go. We talk about how people walk with our feet. So it's the same thing to bring in the diversity with the wheelchair. So specific to the family involvement web, choosing simple themes to start help parents to feel comfortable, maybe sharing their ideas. They might understand it. So go with, don't try to make the experience hard. Make it fun. Make it easy. Start the process, get the ball rolling, throw those ideas out, but then listen when parents get involved, and really, allow them to be expressive and use their ideas in your planning and adapt them to include anybody that's willing. If there's somebody willing to do it, I'm going to let them come in. I want them to do it. And be mindful of that. I like to follow up after the project's done, send thank you notes, be receptive to what their thoughts were if they didn't like something or did like something, and use it in your next ideas. Save your work. This is big for me. So in mine that you're about to see, you'll see that I put a lot of pull this and do this. Well, that's because when I create things for my classroom as visuals, I laminate and save everything. If I can reuse it the next year, I'm going to keep it. Save your work. Same thing with these webs that you do. Create a folder and keep them in there. The next year's parents can build on it. And do it again. Don't be afraid to do it again and meet with the parents again and have the experience. See what they liked, what they didn't like. You might get more parents to participate the next time. And you see, all of my right side is communicate, whether it be kindly, genuinely, numerous ways, numerous times. Reach out, communicate with these parents. And I think that's just in everything that we do. But if you want to have parents involved, communication is the number one thing to do that. So here's my example. I did two because I prefer no lines on mine. I prefer the color-coded theme look. I think it's easy to follow, but I also made one with lines so that for people that did not prefer or didn't think this was easy to follow. I based my center simply on the title, Things That Go, and my extensions are in the colorful boxes using the stoplight theme colored. And I just picked areas that were also on my lesson plan. So these are areas that I already focus on, and that is how I've always done my mapping. It would be unique for me to do the roles one, but I went with what I actually utilized this time. So, for instance, at the top, library. These are simple things. Pull up my classroom books. I already have them labeled in my closet and theme related, so it's easy for them to do. But I also added that read to the class. If they have an opportunity to come and read, that can be a simple task. And so just as we go around, everything is doable on this list. There's nothing too extensive. And I'll show you the one with lines. The lines clutter it for me. That is just my preference. Do what you love. And if you'll notice at the bottom right hand corner, it says monthly routines. And these are just things that we do anyway, but parents can still do and help with. Whether it be typing up the newsletter, connecting with those volunteers and scheduling them, or planning our next planning session so we can do this again. But I think simplifying and just quick details to be on the map, and then once you have given those tasks out, they can be more specific in your conversation. That's it. So we gotta get on the bus with family involvement. Oh, I had to do something, right? I wanted to find a bus that was driving away since it was the end of our semester and I couldn't find one. So I went with this. Thank y'all.